figure I'll try to squeeze in a little Sunday morning chat. I know I haven't been very active or anything. Haven't really done much of anything since we've been on vacation, but I kind of got the little intuitive nudge to come on and say hello this morning. I might be able to go outside here in a minute. The only reason I didn't do it is because my phone isn't charged. So, anyway, hello, buddy. Wow. How's everybody doing? Can't really see me all that well, can you? Too much brightness in the background. Oh well. Oh well. See if we can find something interesting to talk about. Still gonna be here for a couple more days. Let's see, today's the 23rd. Yeah, we're leaving to go back to Vegas on Sunday. So, oh, hang on. Oh, hold up. Hang on, I'll be right back. Anyway, there's a couple of you in here. Room filling up kind of slow, but it's all good. Hello, Heather, how you doing? Top of the morning. What's up, people? We've been having fun. I know y'all haven't seen me very much. Haven't really done anything on my main YouTube channel for a minute. Haven't really had the time, man. We've been doing stuff. We've been busy all day. I have done a couple of personal readings since we've been out here, but I haven't really done anything publicly. I'm gonna try to tonight. We're throwing a little birthday party for my daughter today. Ireland in the house, right on. There's a couple of you up in here. Actually, let's see, what time is it? It's much earlier than I normally do this because I'm in Florida, so that's 3 hours ahead of Vegas time. So it's about 8 o'clock, like 5 o'clock there. It's like 5 a.m. there. So this is quite a bit earlier than I normally do this. Yeah, it's 8 a.m. here in Florida. So from where I am in Vegas, that would be like me doing it in Vegas at 5 a.m. So it's pretty early. I don't know if anybody's gonna tune in or not, but I still wanna hop on and say what's up to everybody. But yesterday we went out on jet skis in the ocean looking for dolphins and all kinds of cool stuff. I'm gonna go parasailing tomorrow. And pretty cool, man. I like getting out. I like being able to get out. Break out of the normal routine, break up the monotony, you know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. I love our routine. I love, what we have going on with wake up, go to the gym, work out, and then come home and do videos. Like I was saying the other day, I like that. It's not a bad thing, but it is good to be able to break things up and change up the routine. And this is actually also a very necessary, energetic thing that I have to do, It's like I said, I hadn't seen my mom in 6 years. I hadn't seen my mom in 6 years, so we had some energy clearing. We had some energy clearing to do. So that's always a good thing. Because if we weren't karmic soulmates, we were about to be, you know what I mean? We were about to be. We had created some energy that had become very karmic in nature. And I was doing a pretty good job at cutting the contract. I was well on my way, But the opportunity did present itself. So it's good to be able to energetically, because that's always the goal, you know what I mean? Anytime there's any type of either karmic connection or any type of energy that's unfinished and incomplete and cycles that are incomplete, the ultimate goal, if you can, is to work it out with the person. That's the goal. That's just really fucking hard to do. Really hard to do. And like I said before, one of the many reasons why reconciliation, any type of reconciliation, not just romance, but any type of reconciliation, the main cause of it being unsuccessful is one, the other, or both people refusing to change frequencies. You have to have both people exclusive of each other, go inside and agree to change frequencies and move to a different frequency. And that's what my mom and I have both done. She's taken it upon herself to change frequencies, and I've taken it upon myself to change frequencies. And you don't see that very often. That's the reason why I've kind of hinted at it in a couple other videos that I've energetically assessed things, and I see the potential for reconciliation, you know? And yeah, it's not very common though. That's not very common. Not very common. But like I said, from an energetic perspective, that is the ultimate goal at the end of the day, is to be able to work out anything, any incomplete or unfinished business or anything like that with the person and close the cycle out. But if you can't, you do have to close it out in your own heart. You do, which, like I said, the vast majority of my other family, that's what I've been doing. You know what I mean? But anyway, hello people, how y'all doing? Let's see, we got Emmy, Lillian, Heather, Shane, Paul, Kelly, Jackie. What's up, people? Thanks for tuning in. I was just, those of you who just now tuned in, I was saying a couple minutes ago that this is, I wasn't thinking about it, but this is actually like way earlier than I normally do this, because here it's 8 a.m., which I never do it as late as 8 a.m. in Vegas, but it's like 5 a.m. in Vegas right now. So I normally don't get on that early, you know, but anyway, I figured we could at least find a couple cool things to talk about. I'm right on the water. Can you see that? It's pretty cool. The only reason I didn't do this outside is because I need to plug my phone up because it's not charged, but I might be able to take you all out there here in a minute. We got a little condo right here, right on the water. So, yeah, it's been pretty cool, man. I haven't been here to Florida. Hadn't spent any kind of time here in Florida since I was a little kid. That's one of the, well, I mean, this is like, of the East Coast, this is like the vacation spot of the East Coast, you know? This is where all the tourists come on the East Coast. And when I was a kid, we used to come here every spring break. And I had done a little come down, come back real quick when I was in my early 20s. But I hadn't spent any kind of time here since I think I was 12 years old the last time I came and stayed here, you know what I mean? So it's pretty cool. Really, really super neat. It's just humid. Whew, it's humid. It's not too bad. It's not as bad as we thought it was going to be, but it is still humid. When you get adjusted to that desert, you know what I mean? You get adjusted to the desert dryness, any humidity is like, and I even feel it right now. There's a glare on my phone. Y'all see me all right? Thanks, Lillian, for the positive feedback. Appreciate it. But yeah, it's been cool, man. It's been cool. It's been cool. It's very, very neat to be able to come and visit and see my mom again, you know, and close out unfinished business that we had. So yeah, super cool, super cool. But like I said, the rest of my family, I don't feel intuitively like reconciliation would be possible. Because like what I just got done saying, any type of reconciliation, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a romantic connection. I don't care if you're friends, family. I don't care. Reconciliation can only be successful if both parties agree to change frequencies and agree to change their energy. And I'm not 100% sure if any other people in my family have changed frequencies. You know what I mean? I could be wrong, but I just really intuitively feel like the vast majority of them are still just skating along the same frequency. You know what I mean? So, anyway. Anywho. Oh. So, yeah. What y'all up to, man? Y'all up to anything interesting? Anything fun? Yeah, Clearwater. I didn't know. Leah's the one that had all this planned out and everything, and I didn't know. I know that's horrible, but I'm just I've always been this way, but now I'm really kind of intentionally like a go with the flow. Don't think too hard about anything. Sometimes it can. There's times that I can get me in a little bit of trouble, but for the most part, yeah, I'm just a go with the flow. Oh, I don't know what we're doing. Let's just go. Let's do it. You know. Yep. Yep. It is it, but here, I mean, it's similar to Vegas. Here, the little down the little Clearwater, whatever you call it down there, is like very crowded, and it's like a party, kind of similar to Vegas, you know. So, but it's a different vibe. It's a very different vibe. It's different everywhere you go, you know. The feeling in the air. Yeah, there's people partying, and those of you who've been to Vegas, it's very similar, um, but a totally different vibe that I actually dig. I actually like it. We're not 100% sure. Well, see, we're trying to assess. I was like, what if? And this was just an idea I threw up in the air. You know, I said, what if we lived here? And she goes, I don't know. I'm looking at it thinking too, I don't know. You know, that was an idea that was played with for a little bit. And I don't know. Don't know about all that, but yeah, letting go of needing to control. That's a good one. That's a big one. Are you a Saggy by chance? No, you don't have to be a Saggy, but that is a very big Saggy thing. That is. But I mean, anybody stuck in a lower dimension can get hung up on that, on needing to control. Me, it wasn't as much needing to control. My problem was always needing to figure it out, you know, and needing to logically plan and foresee, and that was always my big hang up, you know. That was always my. But they're both kind of the same energy, you know. They're both kind of sort of it's still the ego wants to control what's happening. It wants to be able to see what's coming so that it can keep itself safe and plan and all that shit. You know, this it's just they're all ego-based mechanisms. And like I said, I'm not one of those people, one of those spiritual people who says that the ego is bad. The ego isn't bad. It just doesn't really know what it's doing like it thinks it did. You know what I mean? It doesn't trust anything. That's the problem. The ego is very good at a lot of things, but especially at building, creating, you know, or something that it's never experienced before. Like the ego gets itself caught in this trap like a dog running chasing its tail. You know, the ego typically finds itself in a place where it doesn't really like what's going on, and oh yeah, you got Saggy in your chart. Okay, yeah. I figured, but you know, I didn't want to speculate. But the ego typically finds itself in a place where it doesn't like what's going on, and it wants to control things. But the problem is, the only thing the ego knows how to do is keep recreating things it's already experienced. That's the only thing the ego knows how to do, you know. And it's it's pretty creative the way it happens, but that's the problem with the ego. That's the issue with the ego, and it doesn't understand. It can't compute how letting go and allowing can be so powerful. It can't compute and comprehend that, you know, and that is the trick. And there is a science that explains this. Oh, they know. And if you've ever come to me for a personal reading, I will tell you that science as to how the ego actually gets in its own way. They have the tools and the technology to measure it. They do. How the ego actually gets in its own way and literally stops the flow of causality, like clamps it down. You know, that's exactly what the ego does. It is mind-bogglingly powerful, the ego, you know, and what it's capable of doing. And we have been programmed to work against ourselves. and use the creative power that we have against ourselves. That's not my opinion. Don't trust me, that's not my opinion. But yes, the ability to let go, the ability to take your hands off the wheel, the ability to trust is your greatest superpower. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. You have no idea how powerful that is, dude. That is insanely powerful to be able to take your hands off the wheel and say, all right, universe, you show me what to do next. Or you do it, you know? Both, you know, we got to learn both. So, and it's not that you just take your hands off the wheel and do absolutely nothing at all, ever. It's just don't do as much. Don't try as hard. Don't try so hard to control it, or like me, to figure it out and be able to logically explain it and understand it. Don't try so hard. You only need to do a little bit. You only need to understand a little bit. The rest will fall in line, you know? So, what's up, Leandro? How you doing? Yeah, end up in them cycles, man. Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yep. Trying to think of the last cycle I ended up in. I'll have to think on that one. Breaking cycles can be very hard. They can be very difficult. No, probably mainly with my health and fitness is probably the last biggest one. But yeah. Yes, incredibly powerful to be able to have the ability to know when to release and let go, you know? Because, I mean, in a dimension as thick and slow as this one, you have to put forth effort to do anything. You have to put forth work and effort to make anything happen, to make anything work. But no, what's the difference? Where is that line? Where is that line drawn between putting forth work and effort and forcing and fighting a losing battle and sliding downhill and backsliding? What's the difference? Where's that line drawn? That's what we have to feel. That's what we have to be able to go inside and really feel like, am I doing too much? Am I trying too hard? Am I forcing and fighting too hard? You know what I mean? That's the line that we have to draw. And then whenever we say, yeah, this isn't working. Yep, universe is saying no. Okay. That's, and I'm still working on that to this day. You know, trying to make something happen. Like a perfect example was when me and Leah first met. We first got together, like in person, up in Idaho. That's when we first came together. She left California, quit her job. And I think back on it, and I still get like chills, you know? Like I just can't believe she quit her job. That was a very good job that she had. She threw away all of her shit, except for what could fit in her car, and drove from fucking Southern California up to Idaho to be with me, you know? I'm like, damn, that just, anyway. We're up there, we're trying to find a place to live, you know, because we were living in hotels. And she's trying her ass off to find a job. No logical reason why. We kept hitting walls. No matter what we did, no matter what angle we tried to tackle it from, it was no, wall after wall after wall after wall. Finally, I said, universe is saying no. I don't think we're supposed to be here. I don't think this is where we're supposed to be. You know what I mean? So she says, okay, you want to go to Arizona? I said, yep, I sure do. I love Arizona. She says, really? I've always wanted to live there. I said, I've always wanted to live there. Fuck it, let's go. So we went back to the hotel, packed up our shit, went down to Arizona. In less than 1 week, within the first 2 or 3 days, we were in a fully furnished apartment, you know? Bam, just like that. And like I said, that line, we had crossed over the line of putting forth work and effort, and we had crossed over that line into forcing and fighting, and it was getting to the point where we were trying to force it. And that's when it gets into the analogy that I use of the door. There's doorways, you know? I like to use the analogy like it's a doorway. And first you have to walk up to it to see if you'll trigger the motion sensor to get it to open. If it doesn't, you have to turn the handle. If it's locked, you have to knock on it, you know? If it doesn't open, don't kick it open. You can. If you really, really want to force it hard enough, you can kick it open. Universe will finally say, okay, come on in then. If you're that fucking insistent, I'm trying to tell you that this room is not ready for you yet. But if you're that fucking insistent, come on in then. And you're going to learn real fucking quick why you shouldn't have kicked that door in. You know what I mean? That's the analogy I like to use. So it's gotten to the point in my life where, okay, the universe is saying that doorway is not open. Let me back away. And let me go find a door that's open, you know? But the funny thing about that is that when a door doesn't open, that doesn't necessarily mean no, never. It means come back later, you know? Just, you know. But anyway, don't remember where I was going with that, but got a couple more people in here. What's up, y'all? Got a couple more people. Hello. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do this. Leah is asleep down the hall. And my kids are with my mom. So I wasn't even planning on doing this. The first morning I got here, I was going to go out there and do a chat. But we have like these are condos right on the water here. And there's neighbors on both sides that are real close. And the first morning I went out there and I looked over and the neighbor over there had their sliding glass door open. You know, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to sit there and blab like this with some random stranger right there. You know what I mean? So, and what would really be, and this, I know I'm going on a limb here, but it would really be strange if they were a fan of the channel. That'd be really fucking weird. But yeah, I have not been approached since I've been here in Florida. I've been stared at a lot, but I haven't been approached. So I'm getting used to that though. I'm one of those types of people, man. And everybody that I've ever met in person will tell me the same thing. You look more, I don't know if I want to call it intimidating, but you in person, you put off a different energy than you do like on video, you know? And I think there, you know, a lot of people have told me that I put off an intimidating, angry, my straight face, you know, I'm quiet in person. I'm quiet and I have a straight face and I look angry. I've heard that my whole life. I look angry. People say, what's wrong with you? Nothing, what are you talking about, you know? So if I'm not sitting here talking like this, you know, you might think I'm pissed off. Like most people, you know how many times out in public, I'll see people, they'll stop and they'll be like, and they'll just stare at me. Some people even like they're holding their phones and they're like, and like they'll stare at me and like won't come up to me and talk to me, take pictures of me and shit, you know, happens all the time. And, but I have not been approached since I've been out here in Florida. But that would be kind of weird. I thought it would be weird if I was like out there chatting and there was like somebody that watches the channel like right close by. That would be like, that would freak me out, dude. But anyway, Brazil in the house. Man, we got the whole damn world tuning in, don't we? Just a couple of you in here, but anyway, I don't remember where I was gonna say, I'll check out here in a minute and see if it's safe to go out there. I just had to sit in here so I could charge my phone because my phone battery's low. I have a little tripod here, a little cell phone tripod that I use. I'll show you. This is what I use for my phone. Put my phone on this thing. By the way, here's the condo we got. I'll show you all a little bit. Here, I'll show you. Leah's asleep back there down the hall, but we got us a little condo. Pretty cool. Pretty daggone neat. They don't have their, oh yeah. Okay. Pretty cool, man. Yeah, they got their door open over there. That wouldn't be a... Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they got their door open over there. They got their back door open, so I probably can't sit out there. I mean, I could. I just wouldn't want to disturb anybody, you know? Anywho, though. So I'm sitting here at the, I guess, little dining room table. Yeah, it's a cool, peaceful little getaway, man. Now I got sand on my feet. That's the thing. Oh man, dude, sand everywhere. Oof. Yeah, because we're right, pretty much on the beach, basically. You know, beaches. Dude, you just take off. Now I thought, I guess she had shown me some pictures, and I just got everything all confused. I thought that this was actually on the beach. No, the actual beach. We got to walk down the street, but we are right on the water, though. You know, so but fucking sand everywhere, dude. Sand everywhere. It's like, good Lord, man. So, miss the beach. Yeah, I was telling her I hadn't actually been on the beach since I was a little kid. I hadn't even seen the beach for the first until she took me to California, and that's the West Coast. This here, that's the Gulf of Mexico over there. So we're on the Gulf side of Florida. That's the only beach that's the only ocean I had ever swam in, ever been in or seen or anything, was the Gulf of Mexico, you know? Even when I lived up in Maine, we never went to the coast. So I never saw the Atlantic Ocean with my own eyes, you know what I mean? We never went to the coast. I've been to Laguna Beach. I've been to Ventura, the little pier there in Ventura, California. It seems like there might have been a couple other places I can't think of right off the top of my head, but yeah, this ocean's the only one I've ever swam in my whole life. This one right here, so it's pretty cool to be able to take the kids and let them swim in the ocean, you know. Pretty cool, man. Anywho, though. What y'all got going on? Live in Boston. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. I always wanted to go to the coast up there in the Northeast. You know, and I lived in Maine, but we just never did it when I lived up there. Man, I got this damn sore on the side of my face. It was a fucking pimple I tried too hard to pop. And now it's just fucking, that's annoying looking. Anyway. Yeah, I should probably pour me another cup of coffee too. You're gonna come on another trip with me. Hang on. Got us a full pot. All right. Yeah, coffee time. All right. Yeah, make sure I keep it charged. I'm finally feeling like I'm like rested. As you know, we first got here. The time change was weird. Our sleep cycle was funky and strange. And now this is probably the first day since we've been here. I feel bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and completely energized, you know? So, where'd my damn, oh, here we go. Anywho, yeah, we had to go grocery shopping last night. Yeah, I actually did plant one of the garlic cloves. I did. It's out there. It's out there in my backyard, stuck in some dirt. I forgot to look at it. I gotta pull it up. What is it? Does it grow roots or anything? I forgot. I did it. I did it like very shortly after that day I said I was going to. I went downstairs and grabbed one and stuck in a little pot in dirt. And anyway, come to find out, this is interesting. See, my mom and I are very similar. We're a lot alike. We're a lot alike. And come to find out, she's now a plant freak too. I don't know if she ever was in the past. I don't think so. I don't recall her ever being before that I can remember. Of course, back the last time I saw her, I was out of my mind. I was not in a very good headspace, but she's now a plant freak too. She has in her place their little yard set up. She's got all these plants, and she goes online and buys plants, and she's propagating these things now, which she gave me as a gift. This right here, I got a few of these. You stick down and you root it, and it turns into this cool tree. I forget what this thing's called. Plumeria or something like that. I don't remember. There's a few different plants, but anyway. Yeah, I thought that was funny as hell. And I totally forgot how alike me and my mom are. We're very, very similar. Very similar. And I've gotten a lot of comments too when I posted that picture of her on my community tab that she looks very young to be my mom, and she is. She's only 50. She's only 50. You know, she had me when she was a teenager. I'm not going to get into the whole story, but that is among one of the many, many reasons why, you know, we had such an unconventional relationship. She had me when she was a kid. She was a kid. She was underage when she had me. So, yeah, that's why she looks so young to be my mom. So, it's all good though, man. One of the things, I've told you all this many times, but especially now, and I had to start working on this several years ago. It's been a healing process that I'm not 100% healed yet, you know, but once I had to begin the healing process, now I'm at the point where I can look back and I see my life and every single experience that I have ever had in my life with every single person, every moment of my life was perfectly planned out to bring me to this moment. You know what I mean? So holding on to that is what really, really, really helps the healing process. You know, the more you sit with that, you know, and a lot of you have been following me for a while. You hear me use my connect the dots analogy. You know, for those of you new, I'm going to repeat something I've said a million times. So for those of you who've been following me, the connect the dots. Your life is like a connect the dots puzzle. You know, when you're a little kid, like in kindergarten or whatever, they hand you the connect the dots puzzle, and it just looks like dots all over a paper, and you can't tell what the hell it is. And once you start connecting the dots, you start to be able to see what the picture is. And I look at like your life, every dot is an experience. Every little experience that you have in your life, every little chapter in your life is a dot. You know, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything that happens in your life is a dot. And what our problem is we'll get to a dot we don't like, and we will reject that dot. We'll reject it. We'll reject that experience. You know, I do not accept that experience. I don't want to remember that experience. I don't want to think about that experience, you know. So I want to erase that dot, or I want to skip around it and not accept it into the picture. Well, that's all fine and good and well, but you get to a point in life where you look back and you look at the picture and it looks fucked up. It doesn't look right. You know, there's unfinished business. There's incomplete cycles, you know? So just once you begin to look, oh yeah, that dot, that really hurt. That person did something to me very, very bad. It was very painful and very hurtful. However, I see exactly how that dot fits into the puzzle, which led to the next dot, which led to the next dot, and then, oh, there's another one of them bad dots again, you know? However, I see how that dot connects, and it all connects it brought me to this dot right here, the dot that I'm at right now. And I can see now, looking back, how all those dots connect to make this beautiful picture, you know? That is essentially the concept that I've been clinging to for several years now in order to be able to heal. I've had to do a lot of fucking healing, a lot of it. A lot of it. A lot of it. You have no idea. You don't even know, man. You hear me tell my stories, but you still don't. I don't even think a lot of you get the full scope of how broken I truly was. It was bad. I have an extremely dark story behind me. Extremely. Some of you know. Some of you probably know, but anyway. That's one of the reasons why I do this, man. One of the many reasons is to help people heal. Help. You notice I said help you heal, because I'm not one of those, I don't claim to heal you. I don't claim to be a healer. You know, a lot of people would argue that. I've had people argue that and tell me that I'm a healer. And that's fine. If you want to slap that title on me, that's fine. But I don't heal you. The only thing I can do is I can hand you tools. You know, I can give you a set of instructions. I can point you in the direction in which the path is. There's the path. Here's the tools. Here's some suggestions. But you got to take the tools. You got to go inside. You got to start turning wrenches. There's the path. You got to get on it and start walking it. You know what I mean? So, and I'm on the path too, y'all. I'm on that path. I'm inside turning wrenches along with you. Along with you. I don't ever, you know, we get hung up, especially with people like me who help people. We get really hung up whenever people who are in my position to help people, they portray themselves to be, I'm floating on this cloud. I am so healed and so perfect and so enlightened, you know. No, hell no, dude. Hell no, I'm doing it right there with you. I have climbed a couple of mountains and I've been a ways down this path, but I'm no better than you. Oh, hell no. Absolutely not. I'm just a regular ass person who came to Earth, got extremely broken, you know what I mean? And I've had to take a healing path, just like y'all. Just like y'all. You know what I mean? You dig what I'm saying? Yes, we change when we're ready. Absolutely, positively. Absolutely, positively. And like I tell a lot of people too, there's no right or wrong way to heal. Because at the end of the day, when it all comes down to it, we're all going to heal at some point. At some point. You know, it's just, what does your higher self and your soul think you need to experience in order to get to that point, you know? There's some people who come here and they have to loop around the same cycle over and over and over and over and over. And you may not get it in the, okay, you come back in the next lifetime and then you're presented with that cycle again, over and over and over and over and over. And there's even some people, okay, you didn't get it in this lifetime, next lifetime, over. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? So, but nobody in the grand scheme of things will be left behind. Nobody. It's just that everybody, like whoever just said that, you know, we change when we're ready. If you're not ready, okay. You know, I know some people who, like I was saying, I was telling my mom this the other night. Like, my brother is in a very rough spot, you know, spiritually. And I said, I can help him. The only thing I need is for him to believe that it's possible. That's all I need. All I need is for you to believe that it's possible. If you don't believe it's possible, I can't help you. I can't help you. You know, I swear. Now, that doesn't mean that that's going to do it. That doesn't mean that's going to fix it all. But if you can say to yourself, I believe, like, no matter what's going on in your life, no matter what position you found yourself in, you know, I believe it's possible for me to completely transform my life. I believe that it's possible for me to become a completely different person and heal and, just transform my life and live a life that I never dreamed possible. I believe it's possible. I just have no fucking clue how to do it. You don't need to know how to do it. The universe will do it for you. But you first have to believe that it's possible. If you don't believe it's possible, it won't be. It won't happen. Period. That's the number one, the most important thing before stepping off on that path is you have to believe that it's possible. If you believe it's possible, I can help you. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. No. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But, because like I've said, we've talked about this stuff many, many times. It requires a lot of breaking habits that are psychological. A lot of forming new habits that are psychological and emotional. That's the part that it's like the system that we're in right now has turned our attention so far away from our ability to be able to do that. For a very good reason. Well, not a good reason, but there's a reason behind it, Do you think they want you to know how capable you are of healing yourself? You think they want you to know that you have the ability to change your own brain chemistry with the power of forced thought control over an extended period of time? You think they want you to know that you have control of your own emotional, triggers, your emotional responses, your PTSDs, and your traumatic, emotional. Do you think they want you to know that you have power over that? Fuck no, they don't want you to know that. Hell no, dude. They don't want you to know that. No, I can't travel too far down that path. I should probably back away from it right now, but they don't fucking want you to know that. You out of your damn mind? The minute every last person fully understands, or at least gets some sort of an idea how much power they have over their own heart and mind, the whole damn game falls apart. The whole matrix falls apart. The whole system crumbles, When will we be able to talk about this stuff? I don't know for sure. But I predict, I'm just going to throw a prediction out there. It could be wrong, but before summer is over. So I'll be able to be much more open on this platform, But for now, I can only point you, like that's what's going on over there, I can't go over there, I can't reveal it, I can't expose it, and that's not my job anyway. And I talked about this on another chat, that's not my job anyway. That's not my job. My job is to shine a beacon of light, and if you see that beacon of light and you're interested, come here. Let me teach you a couple things. And again, I hand you some tools, point you in the direction of the path, and if you choose to apply it, when you choose to start going in and changing your frequency and undoing some, and you start working on yourself, you're led to the truth by default. You'll stumble upon the truth before you even realize it, because your eyes pop open at that point. It can take a little bit of time. But once you actually apply and you take your power back and you start using your powers for yourself, and to better those around you, your eyes begin to open and you see the truth by default, It's like everybody around us has a blindfold on. My only job is to tell you, hey, reach behind your head. There's something tied in a knot behind your head. All you gotta do is untie that knot and take that thing off your eyes. That's my job, is to tell you how to take your blindfold off. Does that make sense? I know I'm speaking analogously and whatnot, but that makes sense. That's what my job is here in this, the awakening. You know, there's a big team of us here on the planet, a big, huge team of us who are here helping in the awakening. And that's my job. And then once you take the blindfold off, you're like, whoa, whoa. I'm like, yeah, you can see now. Now my work is done. You'll find it. You know, you'll find it from that point. So, does that make sense? I guarantee you, there's probably at least one person watching this who, you know, if not more, I would love for there to be more, but who's part of that team as well. And every last one of us has a different job. Every one of us has a different job. Those of us who are here helping in the awakening, you know. Some of you don't have to do shit. It's just your energy. Some of you radiate a frequency. Well, I think the vast majority of us radiate a frequency anyway, but there's some of you who, that's all you're doing. You're holding a frequency you don't even know that's affecting everybody around you, you know? Mm-hmm. Yep. We're the light workers, man. We are. It's not a fun job. Oh no, it's not a fun job. But if you are one of those people, if you are a light worker or whatever title you want to give it, you can give it whatever title you want. I've just always liked that term, you know. But if you are one of those people, you know that you're calling. Even if you don't want to. Even if you don't want to, you know. When I first got to the point, you know, to where I was really put in the position to help others, it was, I don't want to say that I didn't want to, but it was harder than I ever thought it would be. Oh, it was much more difficult than I ever thought it would be, you know. It's work. Oh, it's work. Oh, it's work. And when universe needs you, universe gonna put your ass to work. Or source or spirit or whatever you want to call it. You know. Source gonna put your ass to work. And it's not always an easy job. Oh no. And no, the job has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with things. If you choose to, those things can come along with it. If you choose to, you know. I'm also not one of those spiritual public figures that's gonna say that money is bad. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's no different than anything else. You know, it's not the firearm that's bad, it's the person holding it. It's not, I could take a pencil and I could assault somebody with a pencil. I could write a mean, hateful, nasty letter with a pencil, you know? Or I could write a love letter. I could write something that would make somebody feel really good. You know, it just really all depends. So, yeah. Anyway, I kind of trailed off there for a minute, but see what I'm saying? Choose no money. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. That's just a little, see, I'm trying to think of a good analogy, you know, and money, you know, it's not what you think it is. It's not. Oh no. It's not. It doesn't bring you the happiness you think it will. And I know, y'all know me, I'm not a fan of cliches. I'm not a fan of cliches. So I'm not just saying that because it sounds cute. Trust me. It does not bring you the happiness you think it's going to. It does not fill the void you think it's going to fill. It most certainly does not. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, if you choose to, yeah, that can come along with it. But the real, we're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. That's all I'll say about that. We're getting there. We're getting there. Money has come for you. It's starting. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Yep, it'll come. If you want it, you don't have to. You know how much money I've turned down? You know how much money I've turned down? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things I don't tell y'all about. You know that, right? Y'all know that, right? There's a lot of things that I don't tell y'all about. Mm-hmm. I've turned money down. I've turned a lot of money down. A lot. A lot. I know that we talked about this the other day. I kind of accidentally said a couple of things about my finances that I normally wouldn't say, but I will only say this. Yes, I do make six figures, but I'd be making a lot more had I not turned a lot of the money down. I've turned down more than I make. Let's just put it that way. I'll just leave you with that. I've turned down more than I make. Mm-hmm. It's not about that. It's not about that. And those of you, I know there's probably at least one person watching that has experienced material abundance. You know, it's not what you think it is. That's one of those words, dude. There's so many words and phrases that get tossed around the spiritual community, and there's so many people out there, they don't even really pay attention to what they're saying. Abundance, you know what abundance is? That means too much, essentially. That's a euphemism for too fucking much. Seriously. That's a cute little euphemistic way of saying I have too fucking much. I have more than I need, you know? So, yeah, you experience material abundance and then you're like, this isn't what I thought it would be. You know? You buy the new thing or whatever it is you think you want. It feels good for a minute and then it's like, meh. You know? You buy that brand new car. Yeah, and then after a minute it's like, meh. You know, you get in that big old house and at first it's like, whoa, and then it's like, nah. It's not what you think it is, you know? So anyway, I only got a few more minutes on here. Glad I got to squeeze in a little chat though. I wasn't going to, because I got to looking at, you know, man, it's just we're busy from the minute we wake up. You know, it's go, go, go. We're out doing stuff and whatnot. And I wasn't even planning on it. And I just got I felt it. Man, go on a chat. I was watching a video from one of my favorite people to follow, whose name I won't mention, but for certain reasons. But I was sitting and watching one of my videos from one of my favorite people to follow that I'm a huge fan of. And I shut the video off like, man, let's get on here and talk to some people. Women problem, no clothes. Oh. Yeah. I mean, I shit, dude. Me too. I'm a clothes freak. Do you have any idea how many shirts I have? Dude, I have an abundance of shirts. You know, the thing that gets on my nerves, and I'm speaking from a man's perspective, so it might not be the same for women, but like I'll see a shirt that I love, and us dudes are very, very simple. We're simple, you know. I have one size, and that's the size that I buy. You know, that's as easy as it gets. Like, oh, there's a shirt. This is my size, and that's it. But you know, you see that shirt, especially like a picture of it online, and it looks so fucking cool, and then you get it, and it's like, I don't know if I want to wear this. I'll just hang it up in the closet. You know, so once every few months, we'll end up getting a big old Goodwill bag together, and we'll go donate it somewhere or something. You know. Do I turn down readings? Sometimes, you know. And it's not just for picking up the person's energy. Sometimes I've turned down readings before, yeah. It really did. Let me see if I can think of a way to explain this. Like, sometimes there's some people who are so lost that the things they're wanting to know and the things that they're wanting clarity on, it's like, look, I know you don't want to hear this, but you're traveling down the wrong path. You're looking for the wrong information. That's not going to help you. You know, can you and I'll try to work with them, you know. And it hasn't happened very often. A handful of people, you know. It does happen though, and it's like you're going in the complete total opposite direction of the way that you need to go. I just need you to change directions a little bit, you know, in order for me to read for you and to be able to provide you with something that'll help you. That's the point, you know. And then on occasion, you know, I think the last time it happened was about 2 months ago. I said, well, I'm just going to refund you your money then because, you know, I don't have anything for you that'll help you. And there was this one time, um, about 2 or 3 months ago, where, like, you all remember that I had to get a new computer because the sound was fucking up. I did a reading for somebody, and during the middle of the reading, the sound cut off. I didn't know. I sent her the reading, and then it was on Easter. Actually, it was on Easter. Yes, it was on Easter. So we went out for Easter Sunday and whatever, this, that, and then came back that night, and then Leah opened up the emails and was looking through, and this lady was bitching and throwing a fit and just like getting really shitty and nasty with Leah. You know what I mean? And normally a mistake like that, like, I mean, that was my fault. That was my mistake, you know, on my end. Shit, I'd probably refund you half your money, if not more, and then redo the reading for you completely. And, you know, I'm willing to work with you. But I told the lady, I was like, look, this ain't McDonald's. You don't get to come in here and just talk to me however the fuck you want. I'd love to work with you. I'd be happy as hell to work with you. I'd probably fucking refund you all your money and redo your reading for free. You know what I mean? But no, your attitude right now tells me everything I need to know about why your love life is so fucked up. You can take your money back, go withdraw it from the ATM, roll it up and fuck yourself with it, bitch. Is it like, that's what I said straight up, you know? Yup. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Like, this is not that type of business, you know? I'm not McDonald's. You don't just, you fucked up my hamburger and get to come throw it in my face and me say, oh, I'm sorry. No, not me. Mm-mm. No, I don't need your fucking money. You know what I mean? That's happened before. You know what I mean? But anyway, though. That's also a very rare occasion. But anyway, yeah, there are some occasions where the energy's been so bad, or what it is that they're looking for, you know, is just so in the wrong direction of where they need to be going. And I'll just say, well, I can't help you. Here, you have your money back. I can't help you, you know. I could read for you. I could read whatever it is that you're wanting, but it's not going to help you, you know. And I wish I could think of a solid example. Well, here's a good just kind of example. This might be a bit of a cheesy one, but sometimes people will ask questions, something to the effect of, how many times did my ex cheat on me? That's a good example. How many times did my ex cheat on me? And I'm like, whoa. Your ex. This person is no longer a part of your life, first of all. Second of all, you know they cheated on you. What good is that going to do you? What good is that information going to do you? How is that information going to help you? You know, you're sitting here, you're clinging to something, a person who's not even a part of your life anymore, who you know stabbed you in the fucking back. And you want to know how many times? What good is that going to do you? That's not going to do you any good. The only thing that information is going to do is going to hurt you even more. You know? That's all that's going to do is hurt you more. You're going to be even more pissed off. You're going to feel even more betrayed. You're going to be even, you know, that's all that's going to do is lower your frequency and strap you even tighter to the karmic wheel. You know? That's a good example of some, like, you're going in the wrong direction. You don't need that. No. That's not where we need to go. This person, first of all, is no longer a part of your life, and you know they cheated on you. Who gives a shit how many times? You know? I don't give a shit if it was one time or 100 times. Who gives a fuck? Tell that person to fuck off and you get the hell away from them. That doesn't, you know what I mean? See what I'm saying? But, yeah. Mm-hmm. But anywho, gotta get on out of here in a couple of minutes. Thanks for the positive feedback, Deanna. Appreciate it. Gonna have to get on out of here in a couple of minutes. So anyway, now I'm fired up for the day. Fired up for the day. Like I said, we got the balloons here. Today's my daughter's birthday. Today's my daughter's birthday. We got her a Oreo cake in the fridge. She turns 9 today. So, yep, and we're leaving Tuesday, so we will be back home in Vegas on Tuesday. Thank God we have a one-way flight. We didn't have a one-way flight here. We had a 3-hour layover in Dallas, and then we finally landed in Tampa, and we stood in line for like an hour at the car rental place. You know, it was already paid for. We'd already rented the damn car and paid for it and everything. And then we got up there, and they're like, "Yeah, you need 5 forms of ID." For what? You know what I mean? Here's the receipt. Here's my ID. You know, need 5 forms of ID or some. And they're like, "What?" So I don't know. I don't know if that was like $1,000 or whatever. So we was like, "Look, fuck this." We have to. I don't even think we've gotten refunded for that yet. So we had to go over to the next car rental place and drop an extra $1,100 on a different car. You know, and it was just a nightmare, dude. It was a nightmare getting here. It was not fun, and I knew it wasn't going to be. Oh, I knew it. I was dreading it. But thank the good Lord, you know, Tuesday we're going up there to Tampa, and it's just a one-way flight straight to Vegas. So, because I don't like, well, like I said, on the plane I'm cool, but I just don't like airports, and the whole flying process is not fucking fun, you know. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, y'all. Appreciate you for tuning in. I can't promise you when I'm going to be public next. I have no idea. I would like to be able to do like an all signs video or something like that maybe tonight, but no promises. I do have one personal reading to do. Somebody paid last night. So anyway, I'll see y'all later.